Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mike. Thanks for joining me. It's Sunday morning, August the 11th of 24. So, another request from Buy Me a Coffee, Richard from Melbourne. Richard from Melbourne. Thanks, Richard. Man, I truly appreciate it. Uh, it helps with this channel. Okay, so you're an Aussie married to a Texan. Bless your heart. Um, and you wanted me to react to, you called it Wedding Train, and I looked up by the Waifs, and so I looked up Wedding Train, and what I found was Bridal Train. I didn't find a Wedding Train, so hopefully this is the one you were wanting me to react to. You said that you and your bride two-step to it on your wedding night, so I think that's pretty cool, man. Um, Aussies two-stepping and uh, an Aussie married a Texan. How cool is that, right? Uh, and we're glad you did. Okay, so we're going to react to the Waifs Bridal Train. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. Consider hitting the like button and comment, man, if you want to. I try to read as many comments as I possibly can without getting in trouble with the wife for ignoring her. Um, so, without further delay, man, let's get into it. The Waifs Bridal Train. It's a live version. I hope this is the right one. I don't see where the request was for a specific version. So here we go.
After the war. She did it. Thank you, Donna. And this is the story of my grandmother. When she told me this story, I thought, I thought of this image of this train speeding across the Nullarbor plain, full of these young women who were leaving their country and really had this uncertain future. And I'm sort of in the same position right now, because doesn't matter. A telegram arrived today. It's time to catch the Monterey, 'cause the man I wed, he waits for me, and the daughter that he's yet to see the US Navy beamed his message will deliver brides on a one-way passage. It made big news across this nation. The bridal train leaves from Perth Station. All the girls around Australia married to a Yankee sailor. The fare is paid across the sea to the home of the brave and the land of the free. From the west to east, the young girls came all aboard this bridal train. It was a farewell crossing over land. She's gone to meet her sailor man. There's no time for sad goodbyes. Well, she held her mother and she cried, and then waited there in the Frio rain to climb aboard this bridal train. She was holding her future in her hand. She had a faded photo of a man. Catch a sailor if you can. The war bride leaves a southern land. All the girls around Australia married to a Yankee sailor. The fare is paid across the sea to the home of the brave and the land of the free. From the west to east, the young girls came aboard this bridal train. It was a farewell crossing of her land. She's gone to meet her sailor man.
I backed it up 10 seconds, y'all. And I'm digging this song. I didn't realize that that was a big issue down there in Australia. I've told the story before on this channel that I had the opportunity to go to Perth, Australia. Even though I'm in the Marine Corps, I was with a fighter outfit that would deploy on the USS Midway and the USS Coral Sea, a couple of aircraft carriers. And when I was attached to my squadron, early '80s, they were going to go to what we call Westpac and Western Pacific, Japan and all through there, but they were going to make a port call in Perth, Australia. And man, I wanted to go. You know, I'd already heard from other guys in the squadron who had been there before, you know, how wonderful they were treated by the local Australian people down there, and how they just loved, you know, they'd get off the ship and they would take these tours around the city and the countryside of Perth, Australia. And yeah, man, I really wanted to go, but you know, so when I went to my commanding officer and said, "Hey, man, put me on that list to go to do the Westpac," and at the time, my wife was expecting my daughter, and it was only a couple months left before my daughter was due to be delivered. And so the commanding officer didn't want me to go. Not everybody from the squadron goes. Just, you know, just parts of it go at a time, and the other parts stay back. And at this time, we were stationed in Southern California. And but anyway, he didn't want me to go because if there was any complications on the birth or the delivery, and a husband should be there for his wife. It was peacetime. There was nothing going on. So there was no reason that I needed to sacrifice my wife's well-being or her comfort by going off to the Western Pacific. But so yeah, he didn't want me to go because he was afraid if something happened, they'd have to fly me back. And that would be a logistical nightmare for something that they could have avoided to begin with. And that's exactly what they did. They avoided it. I stayed back in Southern California, which is not the worst thing that could happen to me. And I got stationed out of there to another squadron in another state that didn't deploy to the West. I ended up going to the Mediterranean, into that part of the world. Never made it to Australia or Perth. So I didn't realize that the Australians and the Americans, I mean, I just can't imagine being a young lady, marrying an American sailor and leaving her country, you know, because I'm a diehard American, you know. I can only imagine what it's like to, I'm sure you guys are diehard Australian just like I am America, and you love your country every bit as much as I love my country, and you don't want to leave it, and you don't want to go start a life somewhere else. But yet these ladies and young girls did, and my hat's off to them, man. Maybe that's why we got so many pretty ladies in this country. Maybe they're all from Australia. So let's get back into it.
Farewell crossing of her land. She's gone to meet her sailor man. the story of the starry nights, through desert plains and city lights, through burning sun and driving rain. They wept aboard the bridal train, all the girls around Australia, married to a Yankee sailor. Your fare is paid across the sea to the home of the brave and the land of the free. From west to east, the young girls came, all aboard the bridal train. It was a farewell crossing of her land. She's gone to meet her sailor man.
What a great song. And that guy in that red plaided shirt, man, he could play that stinking guitar. I like it. I like it a lot. Um, yeah, I could put this on my playlist for my old truck. Good Lord, man. Without this channel, y'all, I've only been doing it hard for 2 weeks. I started it a month ago, but it didn't get any traction. And then one of you guys from Australia said, "Hey, react to this Cold Chisel song," and I did, and we were off and running and still going. And so this little journey for me, pardon me, has been nothing but joy, and learning about these artists that you guys have probably known about forever. So that was the Bridal Train by the Waifs. Richard from Melbourne, uh, Aussie, married to a Texan. Hey, brother, thank you a lot for requesting this and for buying me a coffee. Never would have heard it had it not been for your request. So that's going to do it for me, everybody. And till I see you the next time, I'll catch y'all down the road. Thanks for showing up, man. Man.